The last lesson familiarized us with how the Nazi ideology and anti-Semitic propaganda were being fed to the German masses from their childhood and youth. Because the schools were the places where children were taught the Nazi ideology. Now, having learned about how the German boys were meant to bolster a spirit of aggression and violence, we should now turn our discussion to women in Nazi Germany. By women, we are here referring to the mothers. How were the mothers treated in Nazi Germany? What was their position in Nazi Germany? Let us now try to find out answers to these questions. Women in Nazi Germany were made to shoulder the responsibility of maintaining the purity of the Aryan race. Women were given much importance simply because of the fact that they were the ones who could produce new offsprings of the Aryan race. Now, women were made the custodian of the sanctity of the Aryan race. Women were meant to produce healthy and pure Aryan children, so to speak. And it is for this reason that mothers were given importance by Hitler in Nazi Germany. In fact, in 1933, Hitler proclaimed, "In my state, the mother is the most important citizen." So can you believe how Hitler was trying to enter and infiltrate the minds of all the sections of the German population? Firstly, he had already begun with the children in Nazi Germany. And then women were also meant to believe that they were important citizens in the German state simply on account of the fact that they could produce healthy and pure blue-eyed Nordic German Aryans. But you will be surprised to know that not all women were treated equally in Nazi Germany. In fact, they were treated in terms of the children they produced. Women were either rewarded or punished on basis of the desirable or undesirable children they bore. So those women who produced desirable, healthy, pure, blue-eyed Nordic Aryans, they were actually rewarded in Nazi Germany. And on the other hand, women who did not produce healthy and pure German Aryans were punished. And this segregation between women in terms of the children they bore extended to the fact that those women who were rewarded were given concessions, be that in the shops, in the railways, or even through theatre tickets. So this is how women were treated in Nazi Germany. So let us now briefly look at the rewards that women received for producing pure and healthy German children. Now we learned that in 1933 Hitler proclaimed that in my state the mother is the most important citizen, and this was the battle of births. That is to say, women were encouraged to produce more and more healthy and pure German offsprings so as to populate Germany and Eastern Europe and several other parts of Europe with healthy German Aryans. This is how Hitler was trying to spread the superior Aryan race, the master race, throughout Europe. Can you understand how insidious this entire propaganda was? And women were extended rewards on account of the number of pure and healthy German children they produced. They were given the Cross of Honor for the German mother. Now, for producing 4 children, women were rewarded with a bronze cross. And when they could produce 6 children, they were rewarded with a silver cross. And upon producing 8 pure and healthy German children, women were rewarded with a gold cross. So this is how the Nazi propaganda had spread among women and the mothers, to be specific, in Nazi Germany. Before proceeding with this lesson, let me ask you a question. In Nazi Germany, German women were rewarded for producing pure and healthy offsprings. Do you think this statement is true or false? Yes, this statement is true because just a while ago we saw how Hitler was actually extending rewards to women for producing more and more pure and healthy German offsprings. Now, in the truest sense of the term, restrictions were imposed on the bodies and the minds of the Aryan women in Nazi Germany. Now, Aryan women were not supposed to mingle with the undesirables. The undesirables that included the Jews, the Slavs, the Poles, the Gypsies, the Russians, because in that way the honor, purity and sanctity of the Aryan race could be tainted. Despite this, many Aryan women actually had contacts with the non-Aryans, and all these Aryan women who maintained contact with the Jews, Poles or Russians were publicly humiliated. So their heads were shaved and they were paraded on the streets. This was a great source of public humiliation for those women. And in fact, these women had to hang placards on their necks that read that they had sullied the honor of the nation. The restrictions that were imposed on Aryan women because they were seen as the custodians or the preservers of the pure Aryan race were very rigid and strict. And so, many women actually received jail sentence and their families irretrievably lost their honors simply on account of committing the quote-unquote criminal offense of maintaining contact with the Jews, Poles or Russians who were seen as undesirables in Nazi Germany. So this was the cult of motherhood that was fostered by Hitler in Nazi Germany. Women were rewarded for producing healthy German offsprings who in turn would ensure the continuance of the pure Aryan race. With this, we come to an end of our discussion on how the Nazi rule had actually influenced women as well. And unfortunately enough, many sections of the German population were so deluded that they were not able to see how wrong these ideologies and propagandas of the Nazi rule were. In our subsequent lesson, we will be focusing on the art of propaganda. That is to say, we will understand how visuals were used by the Nazi officials, by the Nazi party as a whole, to put forward the anti-Semitic propaganda. How the anti-Semitic propaganda was spread among the masses so as to turn the Germans against the Jews. All these were basically the ways of pitting the Jews as well as the undesirables against the Germans, and all these were simply the ways of persecuting the undesirables in the most horrible kinds of ways in Nazi Germany. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to learn one-to-one with our amazing teachers or to get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million plus questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubts resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.